Kitco News, special coverage of the D-Central Miami Conference, is brought to you by Cook Finance, a revolution in DeFi asset management.
We're here with Jim Jones. He's a record producer and a rapper and awesome musician. He's part of the Diplomats before. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Kitco.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us about your career, man. Tell us about how you started in the hip-hop space and the records you've made. Leading up to now, you're involved in the NFT space. How did that journey come about?
Well, music started a long time ago for me in the 90s.
Yeah.
I think people are pretty familiar with that. Fast forward, NFT, I've been hip to the NFT game by a friend of mine and my partner named Noel. About 2 years ago, I would say roughly, he said, I want to introduce you to something called NFT. Probably won't understand what it is right now. It's more of a techie type of nerd thing. He said, I want you to take a picture of one of your chains that you have or one of your medallions that you have at home and send it to me. So I took a picture on my cell phone and sent it to him. That picture ended up selling for 2 ETHs at the time. I think ETH was like $300 or something like that. And that picture's sold numerous times over and things like that. So just having an understanding very early in the game about NFTs has kind of put me in a better position than a lot of people.
Are you thinking of making your music an NFT as well?
I've been definitely thinking about making my music an NFT, but it's so many, I was telling somebody earlier, there's so many different ways that you can do that. So I want to find a comfortable medium where I can use my music as an NFT and also still collect money from the streams and everything that we do at the record label. So you can have two revenue streams running at one time off of one project.
So when they approached you, they said, Jim, let's make an NFT of your stuff. What was your first impression? What was your first thought?
I didn't know what it was. He told me with the name of a non-fungible token. It didn't mean anything to me at the time. I actually didn't understand it even when he sold it, and even when he gave me the money for it and told me to get a crypto wallet and all that. I still didn't understand. I had to learn more about it and start to kind of grasp exactly what the whole NFT was. And now moving forward, I pretty much understand what it was. At first, I was calling it digital memorabilia because in the beginning of NFT, that's kind of what it was, a digital baseball card. But now it went to so many different variations of what you could do with an NFT. It's almost incredible. We went way past the digital memorabilia stage, so I don't know what to call it at this point.
What is the coolest NFT you've made of the things you own or review?
The coolest, I won't tell you exactly what it is, but I'll tell you, my uncle was incarcerated for years, and he used to send me these dope drawings all the time, and I kept all the drawings. So I plan on doing something very special with those drawings and NFTs and see if I can help make a lot of money for myself.
Is this something a lot of artists are doing right now? Getting into the NFT space, you think?
I see a lot of artists definitely, well, musicians or artists? What kind of artists are you talking about?
Yeah,
artists
like musicians, like hip-hop musicians.
Definitely, because there's a way to make some good money. There's a way for you to maintain the ownership of your records. You don't have to split nothing with no labels or anything. You are who you are when you put your music out as an NFT, you know what I mean? And only thing with that is if you're not a hard worker in your space and if you don't know what it is to be an independent artist or if you don't have the influence to gain the attention of the fans, then NFT might not be as profitable for you as right now. But it's always up for the duration of life, so hopefully
a lot of it is marketing, right? Because I mean, the engineering part is not that difficult. I mean, how do you go about selling your NFT? What does Jim Jones do?
Well, for me, I got a lot of influence. Social media, television, radio, so it works a little bit different for me as opposed to somebody who doesn't have the influence that I have. My whole career was built on marketing, so.
Yeah. I love hip hop, big hip hop fan. I want to talk about your work a little bit. What inspires you to write a song? Like what, you probably get this asked all the time, but like, something must have sparked in your mind that said, I want to write these lyrics, or I want to sing a verse, I want to rap about this.
I mean, it depends on what the mood is. I mean, every beat brings out a different mood, different emotion. It depends where I'm at for the day. But the energy has to be good in whatever setting that I'm at in order to record, in order to be creative. It's all about the energy and where you at. If the energy is not connecting in the setting that I'm in, 9 times out of 10, I won't be able to create the music that I would like to create.
Well, you started off in the 90s. How do you think hip hop has evolved over the last 30 years?
Oh, tremendously. The way sales were back then are different now. Streams have put people in places that they never thought they would be. Just from having CDs to now just having the aux cord, like it's just everything has changed, and it's changed for the better. It moves much quicker. You have access at one push of a button for people to hear your music all around the world. It's dope. I've been here since that tapes that we would take for performances to now see where we at now. It's been an incredible ride, and I want to see where we're gonna go with it.
Right. You think technology has really changed the music scene much?
Technology has changed the music scene a lot. I've actually created a technology with AWS, called Quarantine Studios. I figured out how to record virtually in real time with the least amount of latency that you probably would have in mankind. Also, it's a platform that retains services from any artist that you want. It's a lot of different things, different variables with the Quarantine Studios, but shouts to AWS, it's dope.
All right, final question. If no one's ever heard of you, which album should they start listening first? What is your proudest work so far?
If this was 10 years ago, I'd tell you listen to Harlem Diary of a Summer. But since it's 2021, I'll tell you listen to El Capo.
Okay. What's next in the pipeline for Jim Jones?
Who knows, everything. We into fitness, music, crypto, you name it.
All right. Pleasure, man.
Pleasure's all
Honor
mine.
to have you on the show. Thank you for
bro.
being here.
Kitco News special coverage of the Decentral Miami Conference is brought to you by Cook Finance, a revolution in DeFi asset management.